Well, I was gonna record, before this, but then my all my Cathy's got deleted, so I had to redownload the game. Hey, welcome back to more Limbus Company. I'm SlayerMathis, and last time we got to a little bit further in time killing time, and this time we will be not finishing it. I believe there is a dungeon, but we'll be getting to the donjon. Yeah, I'll be fine. After matching various pieces of information we found from the defeated Yurodiviye members together, and tracking down to a rundown building that appeared to be their hideout. You finally managed to track us down, haven't you? Well, he wants to change your teacup and you clock! You clock, he says. It's only elementary, because I am a detective. Rhoda's slim triumphantly, she flicked her hair back, but it says the smallest hint of uncertainty in her voice. Yeah, we're always detectives. I'll bet we should have let you check this guy, but you don't look too strong. Full of food for a line in this gin. If you prepared yourself, it's way about our buds. We got class 5 with us, Maybe just a few things about you. 1. That man's outfit. The least look on his face, you'll see. It's likely that you're not lying. You released a class 5 shot from a bird. 2. You absolutely sounds from your class 5 watch chain to a rundown island like this. What does this have anything to do with Shane? I don't know about Shane, but this place sure is run down. Right, how about this? I'll hit those along just for the sake of fairness. No, Shane, if I were to take part in this fight, yeah? Fair proposal, fine, I accept your offer. Are we really not going to say any of this? No, we don't. I believe this is an unfocused boss fight. But I will double check before I fully cut out. I have to grab my main account and find out. Is this one? I don't even know what mission we're on. Okay, it's not. Pretty sure. I'll double check. Yeah, okay, it's not. It's the next one. Turns out, not even an unfocused encounter. Truly, I am the smartest. I'll do it on my... This one on my main, I didn't get the hard versions. I didn't get the hard versions EX, but like I don't think that's actually time gated, but whatever. Sure. We'll do like so. This is the first time actually seeing this. Lord Hong Lu has such cool animations. Honestly, quite incredible. And we're just gonna go into negative coin Roja. I don't know, I just kind of feel like it this time. And also negative coin, Night of Despair is fucking ridiculous. It's so good. The fact that you can so consistently stay at around negative 40 sanity. Absolutely nuts. I think you need a turn that you're... Like, you need a turn that you're not doing. Not doing clashes. in order to really get there, but oh well, we're just gonna add in another sword. And got the Yurodiviye captain here. It's not really... He's not particularly difficult, honestly. We'll just grab those. Yeah, we'll do something like that. +1 defense power really doesn't mean anything, but whatever. I'm so gladly take the AoE attacks. Yeah, we are nearly one-turning. Yeah, no, we are gonna one-turn this guy. Negative Coin, Negative Despair is kinda nuts. But still. Technically, we didn't kill them all in one turn. Just mostly. There. And we're gonna grab another max. Some nice AoE going. He died to the fucking base skill 3 instead of even one of the actual attacks. Pathetic. That's what you get for being cubbies. We quickly moved our conversation to the hideout with defeating the Yurodiviye members. Surrender and confess. Start to run low on patience. I might kill you soon. No, it's like Ryo's getting attacked by detective. We surrendered already! Not sure what you wanted to confess either. What do you like to confess that you're Yurodiviye or something? I say, not sure if you really was clues or not. So Ryo confidently showed forward and pointed an accusatory finger at the Yurodiviye captain. Questioning time. I always hate this state of affairs, am I right? You're really off. You really like inventing stuff and not registering them to the tech industry, don't you? Good. Once you're really inquired about something, you should simply discern by looking around. I'm not thinking any of these inventions. Do just go around talking. I see that. I'm sorry. Time bomb just has the stuffy. Scans the palm as soon as it enters a certain proximity range, and if it doesn't recognize the palm as authorized to be sure it spawns to penetrate the intruder. We screw the parts down too tightly here. You want to remember that mechanical engineering is all about tightening the screws as hard as you can. But if you need a slightly loose screw or two to make things fit better. Another thing. If I were you, I'd make the spine holes hexagon shape, not circular. Tell all that from a quick look. Surely no common employee. Hey, Lloyd, most of these are experiments, including products and truth. And truth, you like making more dangerous, destructive inventions too, right? You really are persistent one, aren't you? What you're getting at? I'm sure these violent inventions look like something that completely whips someone's time away. What? Come behind the case of time-killing time. It's you guys, right? It's what you do, isn't it? See something that rubs you the wrong way, so go ahead and smash it to bits. So, a bit of a logical leap in it. What do you think we are? It's not this penalty for years in Yurodiviye. You messed a big time in the past, You do something drastically violent? No, Sonia, he always knew how to say the right things. He needs to get people to agree with him, to convince them to join his cause. His words filling with this confidence. That we've really changed the world, that it really was as effortless as letting candy slowly melt away in my mouth. But what could we possibly do to change the world? Doesn't even do anything, not like these guys. About the T-Corp Yurodiviye are nothing like more than knockoffs, which just found themselves inspired by the stories coming at J-Corp or definitely baffling like correctly. We failed to correctly introduce a single thing. Now, we're not knuckles. God, you say he's already brought money change to this world. You merely take it you can't even dream of. The Saint? Indeed. Saint Sonny was the one who really sparked the fire of the Yurodiviye in every nest. Well, that isn't the only reason they call him a Saint, but that's besides the point. Yurodiviye in every nest? Sonia did that? Did we say Sonia's friend? Allow me to say no uncertain term. Yurodiviye has nothing to do with your case. Sonia, he's supposed to take you at your word. First, we don't have this time-killing technology. She'll timepieces, but it's practically impossible to kill time, except in so certainly catch his attention. Not the trouble I'm not one to invite. Hey, something cause a ruckus here. Is that what Yurodiviye want? Chaos? But you don't compare us to the likes of Black Street Gang. There are those among us who want the chaos, of course. One of our foremost is that we must take abundance of time to take over for ourselves and have our comrades fight equally among us. Distract gas must hurt the Avnos, though do not deserve such pain. We get much nearer to the state's teachings, to the the thirds of the rich would wait for the right moment. Right moment. Yes, it really was Sonya. Walter, are you really the same friend? Of course she is. You invited her to during this journey. Why don't we leave for now? We can always come back once we uncover more evidence. Dante says let's leave for now. You know, arrest him? Didn't you guys give me a whole lot of hours my job to arrest him? Yoji ignored the assistant's question and turned around to leave the hideout, wearing a dark expression. Something I had never seen from her before. The assistant shrugged and we were about to leave the house while the Yurodiviye captain stopped us. We are our friend the state account should give him some advice as a more experienced detective. Just to establish a few things in this conversation, so allow me to share them with you. You definitely intended to tell as well, yes? The accounting Yurodiviye get up to? No, the Yurodiviye was going to. Anyway, if I were you, I would start by looking for a common thread that ties all the victims together. Find out what they have in common. Why? Secret collection agencies knows everything about time. It comes from where it goes, but not with this case. You know anything about the comings and goings of time? How are you in front of your eyes? I don't know what to do. I can't tell you more of her. Another evidence up our sleeve that lets us continue our guerrilla activities in this nest. Anyway, there's no striking result that for someone such unimpressive with such impressive technology, quite literally for a time without a trace, she seems unusually passive. So that this condition must first meet to use their power. Then the possibility is that they have a certain creed or belief system they follow. Ideological motivated culprits usually have more obvious evidence that points to their belief. I think that adds up nicely. Want to describe these detectives? You know that I hired this bungling team of amateur detective wannabes. Never mind, I would come leave this place. Oh, the Yurodiviye are. I'll come back to you if you ever need anything else. So all that fight was for nothing. It wasn't like it was particularly difficult because we have, you know, negative coin, negative despair Roja. An odd impression or investigation, whatever it said. Well then, Yurodiviye are swearing up and down that they got nothing to do with the case and time for still large. What now is detectives? We don't have any other leads. We just talked, you left the hideout, so why don't we just follow him? You want to tell it, Yurodiviye? It's like that arresting may pay off after all. I think it's a fair suggestion. Waste of time. Just torture them one by one until someone breaks. I went to page 155 for Lady Agatha's book, and detectives must always remain vigilant and not shy away from stakeouts. Already on page 155? Thank you, gave us a book that we can only get against detectives. I've been reading it whenever I can. Yurodiviye's petty time theory won't change the world. Are you telling him why you letting him go? Because it doesn't matter? No, not at all. It's the opposite, in fact. Let's see things change. It's not that the Yurodiviye started from a small group of nobodies. They kept at it slowly but surely, spreading throughout the city. Not because it's real trouble and a mess, but they find it difficult to get rid of them. You know what's been sitting here at Key Corp for a long time, burning for a lot of frustration, then come the Yurodiviye. Well, most people who accept injustice and move on, they don't. They refuse to turn a blind eye and confident and determined that they one day bring real change to the city. It's only natural that I found them extremely fascinating to witness to what end their desires and aspirations lead. Nothing but impotent squirmings. Sorry, do you even give a damn about solving the case? Has a certain destructive aesthetic to it. I like it. I followed my family's elders' words. To see and experience as much as the world as I can for in return, because their words better be followed. Sounds excruciatingly bothersome. Many things in this world presumably deserves to call themselves family. I never heard you talk like that, Ryoshi. What will you ever accomplish? Such half-heartedness. Don't worry about it. Most people live on with that very half-heartedness. But yes, I really desire something with all my heart, you know? No, I'm not most people. From the distance, loud, rapid footsteps broke through Rhoda's quiet whispers. Couple was the Yurodiviye. They're here. I'm gonna get the slip this time. Let's go. Maybe you catch him this time. You'll breathe quickly from start, Yoshi. Yoshi keeps your son stop and looked at me. Staring at me from underneath the shadows cast over her eyes. Dante, do you think I'd be any different if I followed Sonya back to the casino? Why do you ask? I mean, it's just watching Sonya's goals actually start to take shape while I stagnated and unchanging. It's making me feel. Yoji hesitated. Odd. An odd impression. It was impression. You're late, clock. Two says that I had supper, didn't take very long before I called to them and saw them quietly kneeling behind cover. Let's go ahead and draw their attention. She was quarteling in this direction. As there shouldn't only work to draw the culprit here, we just have to do our part and capture them. Yeah. What's wrong, Roja? Just every time I think about Sonya, there are all the things I couldn't do. So, Roja. Nope, not gonna let this drag me down. Should I do what I can at this moment, right? Wouldn't be so nice to come show up right now so I can get my hands on it and get this over with. Spider runs getting so tedious. They look real bad when I arrest them. I said look over quick. Now it's a good attitude to have. You know? And that allows it's supposed to be. Does we change with time, you know? Isn't it? How do I agree? Emotions don't change with time. Except the changing emotions but rather the flow of time. Some complicated stuff. I just can't wait to hear all the praises of singing us near Yurodiviye Rescue, that's all. You know, I want to be an ace detective. But you shall have your chance. A chance for you to be the center of attention. A subject of praise. Long code that hat. You're... No, yeah, that's it. Stop running that way. You're a time ripper. Got it. It's good. Take a while for how long rips to get here. Before you turn to business, allow me to make a few corrections. One, I'm no longer bound to an organization like the Yurodiviye. In fact, I found their hypocrisy detestable. The Yurodiviye do not even use your hours equally amongst one another. So I've chosen action. Two, I'm not killing time. Not compared back to say something so all of. I mean, they leave your dying hours to share among those who need it most. And we call it a time site instead. What are you talking about? All this flying over your head, innit? You poor little thing, stop with emotional praise. You've got the connection of your ignorance and a final warning. You should capture me, you wuss. You must be prepared to pay the price in time. Turn into the threat? Just thinking scary like that? Sure, the big scary time ripper, we got you all figured out from your parents. There's something you stay in your hand, isn't there? But it's the creator of some kind of design point and tech, you can't touch my time. How's like this ace detective touches? Off right, will you give me two more corrections to make? One, I'm not killing time. It's you, and everyone like you is killing time. Two, indeed, we can't reproduce time from just anyone. No, I can't take away yours. You got this very moment. I'm mired in tedium. What? Just biding the time, aren't you? Waiting for something to happen. Killing time. And merely taking back the time you would have killed anyways. For that actually might come a small chunk of our flesh, but we'll rip a chunk out of your existence. Stay awake when the clock strikes 4 in 50 years' time, having done nothing. Having lived through nothing. All the blink of an eye. There's a dawn you that despair. It all come ripping in like a flood. That disparity, that unfamiliarity. All the time you killed. Every pain a reminder of every single second you've killed. Think about how tedious it all is. Look scared. We. Like that look in your eyes. We just stood there completely frozen. No one could stop the time ripper, so he walked away from us. Not me. Not Roja. Copper, where are they? I thought I could take them on. But when I came face to face with the Ripper, how could you give them a slip? I threatened her, and they were gonna report her time. Oh no. Ripper knew. I knew how I felt, so... Never mind. It seems to be that Roja decided not to say it out loud, but I knew that the word she wanted to say was tedious. Pathetic. Like you, Ryoshi, my time is important. I'm not here to make those stupid pointless observations about the case. I didn't volunteer on some weird obligation either, okay? I volunteered because I didn't want to solve the case. I'm not like you. Neither of you. I briefly grew concerned that Ryoshi might swing her scabbard at Ryoda, but I don't think she was listening anyway. How banal. So she stared up at the clock tower and saw as their cigarette slowly burned its way to her lips. Guess that's a relief. Ryoji, sorry, I think I'm just getting tired of wearing a silly smile. I actually really like Time Killing Time, not just for the absolute groove that it has, but for how it explores Roja's character. Like, obviously, you know, one of the biggest concerns with Kanto 2 is that it really doesn't give too much characterization to Roja. And Time Killing Time does that so well. Roja was always the one to lift the team's movements down, but the mood among us had grown so incredibly awkward and cold that I was almost starting to feel a chill in my fingers. I guess what happens when Roja's in a depressive mood. Go back to the bus, if Yusang and Greg were here, they would have at least tried to do something to break this, but neither Ryoshi nor Honglu were the kind of people to be heavily affected by such a frosty mood, so we just trudged on with our investigation. It was like the culprit got him in the middle of something. He knew the Ripper. How could you tell? Everyone had his eyes. Isn't it obvious? He looked in his eyes. The kind of look that people have in their eyes when they're getting killed by a rat they know. He's not honestly dead, you know. That body kind of looks different from the last one we saw him though. Not a dead body either, but what is it? The culprit's wearing a bit of a scarf. Maybe they really disagree with his fashion choices? Maybe he must look like fools in the eyes of others. I don't really see a path invisible to them. Roja? Something Sonia once said. The scarf is a yoke to have the great ambition. That those with such dreams will remain bound. What's he wearing that scarf? She's not my style. And chopping the scarf in half would mean that she was a former member of the Yurodiviye. She went to the hat and asked around. Ripper, go to a bush! Yeah, she's still quit recently. She's not like fully quit or anything. There was someone who went completely off the grid. Still surplus time and teacups shared equally among everyone. A lot of shit like that. When his younger brother died, became a bit weird. How long that plan? I'm sure there's some, but we shouldn't. You're Divvy. Much better times will think give us the word. So, where is he? No idea. Last year he said something like, I'll always be watching you. Creepy, innit? I suppose it means he'll be still hanging around someone in T-Corp's quarters. Must be gonna be back to normal, right? Well, let's be watching, huh? Clock. I was gonna say after a kill. But you're always smoking. It takes about 4 minutes for the stage to burn all the way through. I can watch as the light of life slowly burns out of their dying eyes. Really hands the flavor. 4 minutes. I know that it takes exactly 4 minutes for the cigarette to burn away. But only 2 minutes have passed in that clock tower. That doesn't make sense. How could no one notice that the clock tower was broken? It's a new development, by the way. The moment the lower game was attached started at this precise moment, the clock tower always measured only 2 minutes by the time I finished smoking. Yeah, didn't say that because people wouldn't be helpless? I believe he's having the kid finished for a while now. Do you know how much pain it is for something to wait, but also have so much time to retain? So tedious! There's a real bother. Down a guard here, all the stop and search for cheekies. Listen, what are the first 2 victims doing when the time was struck? See, one of them said one purchased a 30 flavored lollipop candy, and the other was reading a comic book starting a T-Corp Confederates with Jackies. It's pretty fun to read. There are a lot of clock towers at T-Corp. Don't talk the entirety of T-Corp, but there's one in this general area. I remember all struck near this clock tower, didn't they? Right on, detective! Well, if they slowed down the clock tower and made everyone in that area feel the same sense of extreme tedium. I see, so that's what it is. You can only apply for people who are bored. Clock tower. You should also give me a nice few to blow smoke at. Here's something for information. You don't think the actual evidence we can arrest, right, detectives? Huh? Once you catch you in the act, can't go arrest people just because you feel like it. What, after the evidence attack or something, so we can catch you in the act? Don't you know, we can literally rip the time out of you. That's my mistake, you might wake up weeks, months, or even years later. I don't know if the kind of thing that Dante can rewind. It's all for your treasure, but it's all part of your responsibilities. You didn't care about punching the culprit? Or is learning how he rips time all you care about? Right on, get it, detective. I was out there knowing the T-Corp that I didn't know the ins and outs of. See, after the injury knowledge of practice with every single machinery and logistics in T-Corp, you know about the bizarre contraption your friend back at the jail cell when he was here. I don't want that eventually to be beholden within T-Corp's patent agency now. I want to watch this about the same, because I didn't try very hard to stop us to escape the back streets. Mostly because I was lazy, man. But answer your question, no. Like in the case of the lead man with Kateras, I don't care whether we catch up or not. Because about these aspects of how no rips time. So there should be an inventor. Agreed. I'm supposed to get you anything to tell people. Excuse me, Mr. Assistant. I have something I'd like to ask you. Back when myself still on the temple scale gallows, didn't the machine beat very loudly? Oh, that was the right? Yes, it did. I have intricate knowledge of the mechanisms of every single machinery that exists within T-Corp. Do you also know why it malfunctioned? Of course. Well, why wasn't the gallows able to take 10 million hours of time from herself? Really, because it was broken? What are you talking about? It's strictly impossible with the machines that doesn't have any faults, usually. So that error must be Marcel. Or all of us, right? Not the machine? Absolutely brilliant, you know, but also likely part of the Ace Detective could have fooled me. I could have guessed Lady Agatha. You see one of the qualities of Ace Detectives to mind your problems. Curious for death after all. Not the condition of getting exempt for our time tax, but that we had to catch the culprit. And that's what I was thinking when the Class 5 auditor began speaking as if to address my concerns. Let's say you want to cooperate, of course. Maybe even desires to buy for you, though. Maybe something simple. Not so close. We'll find out what that plan is next time. Dun dun dun. But until then, actually, yeah. We're done. See you guys later.